Do you believe in chance, or just terrifying luck? Beneath the surface of seemingly normal days, these 3 stories reveal moments where the line between life and death was chillingly thin. From a mysterious, curtained bus stalking a teen in the cold rain, an unsettling encounter with a stranger in a familiar backyard, to the calculate, crime of a spoiled princess. Prepare to confront the darkest truths, because these events actually happened. Take a deep breath. Not all horror is fiction. Story 1. The Menacing White Minibus. My name's Nick, and this happened about 4 years ago into 2021 when I was 14. It was early morning, and I was walking to the bus stop for school. It was winter, cold, and rainy, rare weather for where I live in Australia. The moment I stepped outside, I had this eerie, gut-wrenching feeling. I didn't feel safe. Something was profoundly wrong. I finally reached the bus stop, but it was empty. That was strange, as there were usually others waiting. Even weirder, it was a busy main road, yet barely any cars were driving by. The absolute silence gave me the creeps. My bus was late, leaving me shivering in the cold. A few minutes later, an old, beat-up white minibus pulled up about 10 meters away. All the windows were completely covered with curtains. Behind the wheel was an older man, maybe in his late 50s or 60s. He looked rough, scruffy grey beard, old clot, haze, and a chillingly blank expression. I thought he was lost, but when I looked at him, he was staring right at me. My heart plummeted. I froze solid. Then I saw it. A faint, cold smile appeared on his face before disappearing back into that same blank stare. I looked down at my phone, pretending to check the time, but my hands were shaking uncontrollably. When I looked up again, he was still staring intently. There was no one else on the bus, and he didn't look like a driver at all. Minutes passed like hours. I wanted to scream. Slowly, the bus started rolling forward, inching closer to me, and that's when I heard it, the sudden click of his door unlocking. My heart was pounding out of my chest, ready to sprint. Just then, I saw my school bus coming down the road. I sprinted forward, waving it down. As I climbed on, I glanced back and saw the man closing his door before driving off in the opposite direction. That was the last time I ever used that bus stop. Every time I think about it, I wonder what would have happened if my bus hadn't shown up when it did. Story 2. The Stalker in the Backyard. It was a hot summer day in Northern Virginia. My friends, Sanvi, Mia, and I were finally allowed to meet up. We were playing with our stuffed animals, pretending to care for them. After an hour, we decided our teddy bear was hungry, so we wandered the neighborhood looking for berries and Flo to feed it. "Hey guys," Nita the narrator shouted, "we should go near my house. It has a lot of plants and berries." As we were plucking berries, Nita quietly spotted a man in tea. He distanced near Sanvi's backyard. Then, Sanvi whispered that the strange man was walking toward us. We initially thought he was a lawnmower, but then he started talking, asking if our parents were home. Shudder of discomfort went through us. We slowly started walking away, but he kept coming closer. Scared, we turned and ran back toward Nita's house. Sanvi looked back and saw the man following, his pace quickening. He called out, saying he had something for our parents. We didn't believe him. But Mia, being the youngest, slowed down and then she stopped. The man reached out, his hand almost grasping her arm. But Nita and Sanvi swiftly pulled her away just in time. We sprinted to Nita's house, our hearts hammering. Nita was the last one inside, and as she turned to close and lock the door, the man had vanished. We didn't tell our parents. About a half hour later, we went back outside, assuming it was safe, and returned to Mia's backyard. Suddenly, Mia's dad came rushing down the stairs, his face pale, his voice frantic. "Did you guys see a man lurking in our backyard?" He was out of breath, holding his phone. and showed us a video. It was the same man a neighbor had caught him trespassing, talking to their kids and trying to lure them with candy. When confronted, he pretended not to speak English. To this day, we still wonder, would we still be here to tell this chilling story if we hadn't run? Story 3. The Obsession of a Spoiled Princess. I am a 17-year-old female living in West Bengal, India. My cousin, Swathi, is beautiful but has an extreme and unhealthy obsession with her cell phone. She was a spoiled princess who constantly demanded expensive things, and if she didn't get them, she would threaten people with a knife, sometimes even her own parents. I knew everything because I was the closest to her, even her horrible deeds. The main incident happened last July when I visited her. It was a normal summer evening. Swathi suddenly looked at her mother and demanded, "Mom, can I get a new iPhone next month?" Her mother was horrified. She'd just gotten a new one 2 months ago. The fight escalated so badly that her grandma had to take me out of the room. After that, Swathi became cold and quiet. She stopped eating. A week later, I returned home and learned the truth. Swathi had stolen potassium cyanide from our school lab. She mixed it with her lunch to make it look like her mother had poisoned her food. She collapsed at school and went to the hospital, where she lied to the police, claiming her mother purposefully starved and poisoned her. Her mother was arrested and sent to prison for a month. How did I know the truth? Swathi told me herself, with a chilling excitement in her voice. She was insane, but her luck ran out. Her parents finally discovered what she had done. Her mother was heartbroken. Her father was in pure, blinding rage. He yelled, calling her a disgrace, and for the first time, he slapped her hard, again and again. 2 weeks later, there was sudden news of a huge car accident. The car's petrol tank was leaking, the tires sabotaged. The vehicle crashed and burst into flames. The victims, Swathi's parents. The moment I heard the news, I had a terrifying gut feeling. Swathi admitted it to me that night, with a wide, ear-to-ear smile and a childish glee in her eyes. She had killed them. I felt sick to my stomach. All of this, just because her parents refused to buy her a new iPhone. The police ruled it a simple road accident. My cousin has since moved to South Korea. I cut off all contact. I only hope she gets the medical help she desperately needs in her new home.